Hi everybody, I have a haul to share with you all. This is all going to be dies. My first set of dies, well, and the majority of these are going to be stitching dies. So if you're not into that, you know, you can skip on by this video. It's not going to hurt my feelings. This first purchase was made from Simon Says Stamp, and the website's at the top of this card, and you can see they have a $5 gift code for this month. Yeah, it ends on 11/20. So make your purchase, you get $5 off. Basically, off your shipping. Okay, so I purchased some more of the stitching dies or stitching related dies. This one is a tree, and you get all these little ornaments, which actually you can use for other die projects. So that is the nice thing about this, is that the tree is in different sections. You can see here. And it does cut the little stars and ornament and holly leaves. I think those are holly leaves. Buttons, little circles here. You can use these for other projects, like these buttons, you know. Those could be used for a needle book. I mean, same with the hearts. So that's why, you know, you just kind of have to think creatively with your dies sometimes and see if you can put them to other uses, because that's what I have been doing is... And if you wonder why I'm purchasing so many, it's because I know that I can use them for other things. So, not just Christmas ornaments. So, there we go. Try and put that back inside. This MFT, what is this called? Cross Stitch Flower Frame. So, it will cut this flower, and then you can cross stitch into it. And I just thought this could be nice putting it on something as a accent piece, as opposed to making a ornament or something like that. These are Simon Says Stamp branded dies. So Plush Daffodil Daisy, and I believe it's Memory Box that actually makes Simon Says products. Like, they manufacture their dies for them probably, because they come in the exact same packaging and it's on a magnetic sheet. So Plush Daffodil and Daisy. So you get all these little parts here. There's even a stitching line for, like, say, what do you call that? The stalk or the stem of the flower. This one is Fancy Stitches. So you get these dies to actually make the pattern into whatever you're stitching. And then you also get these additional leaf die cuts. So these don't actually cut out the shape, they just cut into the material that you're cutting, and these will actually cut the shape, so you can actually layer them on around your project if you want to. This one is called Plush Daisy. Now there are two dies in here. One is the big daisy, and then the separate one is a circle, so you can layer it on top. So you can use this as again, a decorative piece on a project, or you can use it separately. Okay, so this one is just more, this is not a stitching die per se, this is just related to sewing. So I have plenty of embroidery hoops that are circular. This one is oval. So you can see that it's what it's called. And then you also get a separate piece to close the embroidery hoop that's like you would cut metallic paper, right? And then this one is just the impression of the words Sew and Love. So here's the die set. I didn't even know that Altenew came out with this. I totally missed that one. This is not a stitching die either per se. If you cut this with paper, it will cut the shapes out, but it will put these little dot impressions into it. I didn't realize that when I bought it. I thought it was a stitching die, but I'll see what I can do if it actually cuts with enough pressure to cut the holes into it so that I could actually sew it. If not, I will use it for paper crafting. And then, then we have the paper tray ink haul that I have. Let me see. I think this was everything. I'm not sure. I believe I actually already had this die, but when I saw it used on somebody's project, I realized, oh, I want this. So I may have just double purchased it, but that's okay because I don't know where the other one is. So it's a tag die. And you get 3 dies in here. I had gotten a gift certificate for my birthday, so I went ahead and used it for all these different stitching dies that Paper Tray had. And there's 2 in this package. I put them together and put the names on it so that I would know when I showed you. Stitched coasters. So there's a large square coaster die in here, and then there's consecutive smaller dies, but they only make the holes. They do not cut the actual square out. That is only in the larger die. And then on the back side, I've included the coaster flare die. And this, again, it doesn't cut out the whole square. It just cuts out this pattern that you can use to coordinate with the coaster and make, you know, a decorative coaster. Stitch frame collection. Again, this is a set of dies that cuts the shapes. I'm trying to shift it over. There we go. These 2 on the left will cut the shape out, and then you'll have the holes to stitch, and then you also have this, which cuts the dots on the outside and then the inner cut to like put a photo in or something like that. And then this one, again, it cuts the outer square, and then you have the dots on the inside, so you can layer them together. Okay. Blanket stitch buttons. So I just thought this would be fun to have. This is a stitch truck. So the reason I got this partly was because I'd also purchased the car. They have a stitched car, and with the car, or as an accessory to the car, there's also a Christmas tree, and it is contoured to the shape of the car. So you could actually try and take the tree and put it in the truck as well. So I'm going to see if I can do that, but I just thought they would make some cute ornaments for Christmas, so I bought those 2. This one is Seasonal Stitching Santa. So this is the head of Santa. I got a stitched snowman. Now I have one already, but it is much larger, and it's from Memory Box. So I went ahead and purchased. They have 2 sizes of the snowman, I believe. So I just purchased the smaller one. This is a Stitch Sunshine. So this is a sun with rays. And you got the smiley face. Leaf print stitches. Okay, so this is just going to stitch or create the stitch lines for some leaves. It does not actually cut the leaf out. See, whatever project you're working on, you can use these dies on it, and then you can stitch the detail of the leaves into it. Now this was interesting because it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Normally when I see these, oh, I might have to return this one. The reason I say that is because this particular hole right here looks like it will not cut. Interesting. This is a really big key fob because you're supposed to fold it in half. But I see this more like an ornament for some reason. So we'll see. I'll cut it and see if it's just that one stitched hole right here. But I was kind of surprised anyway when I saw it. And then this one is summer fruit stitching. So it makes kind of like a lemon, or I guess you could do a watermelon also, because you have these little seeds right here. So I got that. And then this one is a pencil. I thought I could use this along with this die here, which is a piece of notebook paper that you can stitch to create for maybe a project for my nephew or something like that. So I thought I could use that. This would be cool with the alphabets, because I do have a set of alphas that would be really cute to do, you know, a book with or something like that. So that is my haul from Simon Says Stamp and Paper Tray Ink. And I will be back with more. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm just going to tack this haul video with the other video and you can watch them all together. I got a order from Ellen Hudson for their new release, their November release. So this is what I got from them. I ordered the Snowy Days or Snow Days stamp and die set. This is the stamp, which of course, you know, I love this kind of pattern. But it is for this mitten die here that also makes a double pop-up. And what it does is it makes a pop-up like this with the mittens, and the snowflake that you see here is trapped in between them. So it's a 2-layer pop-up. So the mittens are popped up, and then the snowflake is popped up. If you want to see how this is done, Ellen Hudson put out a video on their YouTube channel, because I may not get to that anytime soon, if you want to see what it looks like with it working. So that's the first set I got. The second set I got is the Snowbuds stamp and die. So this is a snowman with some really fun sayings here. And I also got the die set. And they come already in these plastic sleeves, and they're much thicker than your Avriel type sleeve. They're a lot thicker, and it comes with the magnet also as well. And then the last thing I got from her was this, put this over the side, this little background die that has diamonds in it. And it will not cut the rectangle, it just cuts the little diamonds as a background. And I have some other dies that I can fit inside or on the outside of this for the shape, so I'm good with that. And then the last thing I got was a used stamp and die. And actually I was after the dies because these are out of stock on the Paper Tray Ink website. But I don't have the stamp yet either. It's the Happiness in Bloom. And these are the corresponding dies. These actually go with the necklace, Stamp Affair necklace felt dies that I purchased from, I think the same person, or a different individual actually. So I'm happy to have these. Put that to the side. And I think that is it for my haul. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with another video. Bye.